This video is about Verklarnacht by Arnold Schoenberg. I explain the most important facts about the work and the composer. Arnold Schoenberg's Verklarnacht, Op. 4, was composed in 1899 and premiered in 1902. The work is based on a poem by Richard Demel. It is one of Schoenberg's best-known works from his early creative period. Originally written for string sextet, it also exists in a version for string orchestra. The music tells an emotional story through intense tonal colors and harmonic changes. Verklarnacht was originally written for 2 violins, 2 violas, and 2 cellos. Schoenberg later arranged the work for string orchestra. The musical structure remains the same in both versions. The strings create a dense, warm sound world. Each section of the work reflects the moods and turns of phrase of the underlying poem. The underlying poem by Richard Demel is about a couple walking through the forest on a moonlit night. The woman confesses that she is expecting a child by another man. The man accepts this and declares his unconditional love. The poem ends with the transfiguration of the night through the power of love. Schoenberg set this story to music in 5 sections, which musically reflect the plot of the poem. Verklarnacht follows a 5-movement structure that traces the course of the poem. The first section begins with a gloomy and mysterious mood. In the second section, the woman confesses her guilt. The third section shows the man's reaction. The fourth section brings a change in the atmosphere as the man declares his love. The final section leads to the transfiguration and ends in a peaceful and harmonious mood. Schoenberg's Verklarnacht stands on the threshold between Romanticism and modernism. The harmony is rich and complex, with frequent modulations. Schoenberg uses extended chords and chromaticism to express the emotional depth of the poem. Nevertheless, the work remains tonal, which distinguishes it from Schoenberg's later atonal compositions. This harmony gives the work a unique timbre. In the versions for string orchestra, Schoenberg utilizes the full sound palette of the strings. He uses different playing techniques to create a wide range of timbres. Pizzicato, tremolo, and sul ponticello contribute to the dramatic effect. The strings create an atmosphere that ranges from dark and oppressive to bright and radiant. The orchestration underlines the emotional development of the story. Verklarnacht is in the tradition of program music as developed by Franz Liszt and Richard Strauss. The music tells a concrete story without using words. Schoenberg uses musical motifs to depict characters and moods. This programmatic approach gives the work a strong narrative power. At the same time, it remains an independent piece with a clear musical structure. At its premiere, Verklarnacht met with mixed reactions. Some critics found the harmonies too bold and the structure too unconventional. Others praised its emotional depth and innovative tonal language. Today, the work is considered a masterpiece of late Romanticism and a transition to modernism. It is one of Schoenberg's most popular works and is performed regularly. Verklarnacht influenced many composers of the 20th century. It showed how emotional depth and modern harmony could be combined. Schoenberg himself continued to develop his musical language and later turned to 12-tone music. Nevertheless, Verklarnacht remains an important milestone in his oeuvre. It inspired composers such as Alban Berg and Anton Webern to break new ground in music.